You are not broke because you are lazy. You are broke because nobody ever taught you how money actually works inside your brain. And that changes today. Think about this for a second. You go to work. Every single day. You pay your bills. You try to save a little here and there. Maybe you even told yourself this year was going to be different. But somehow, at the end of the month, the money is just gone. And the worst part? You cannot even explain where it went. Sound familiar? If it does, you are not alone. Studies suggest that nearly 60% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. And we are not just talking about low-income people. We are talking about people with good jobs. People earning six figures. People who look completely fine from the outside. So what is actually going on? This channel is about one thing. The psychology behind money. Not just budgeting tips. Not just cut your Starbucks. We go deeper. Because the real reason most people stay broke has nothing to do with math. It has everything to do with the way your mind was programmed to think about money. So let us get into it. The first reason you are still broke is something called lifestyle creep. Here is how it works. You get a raise. Amazing. You deserve it. But instead of saving that extra money, your lifestyle quietly expands to match it. Bigger apartment, better car, nicer restaurants. And suddenly, even though you are earning more, you feel the exact same financial pressure you did before. This is not a discipline problem. This is biology. Your brain has something called a hedonic baseline. It basically means your brain gets used to whatever your current life looks like, and then it wants more. It is designed to keep you wanting. Because back in the early days of human survival, wanting more kept us alive. But in 2024, it is keeping your bank account empty. The fix is not willpower. The fix is awareness. The moment you get a raise, automate a percentage of it directly into savings before you ever see it. Remove the choice. Because when the money never hits your checking account, your brain never gets the chance to spend it. Now here is where it gets really interesting. And honestly a little uncomfortable. The second reason is something called scarcity brain. Research shows that when people feel financially stressed, their cognitive ability actually drops. Like significantly. Studies suggest the mental impact can be equivalent to losing around 13 IQ points. Think about what that means. When you are stressed about money, your brain physically becomes worse at making good financial decisions. You take shortcuts. You go for the quick relief. You swipe the card because the stress of not buying feels worse in the moment than the stress of debt later. This is why financial stress is so hard to escape. The stress itself makes you worse at escaping it. It is a loop. And breaking out of that loop starts with one thing. Reducing the mental load. Even small wins matter here. Paying off one small debt. Building a tiny emergency fund. Even just $500 sitting in an account you do not touch changes the way your brain operates. It is not about the $500. It is about what $500 tells your nervous system. Says, I am not in danger. And when your brain feels safe, it makes smarter choices. Stay with me because the next point is the one most people never talk about. And it is probably the biggest reason the cycle never breaks. The third reason is your money story. Every single one of us grew up watching how the adults around us handled money. And whether you realized it or not, your brain recorded all of it. If you grew up hearing things like, we cannot afford that, or money does not grow on trees, or watching adults fight about bills, your brain built a story around money. And that story probably sounds something like this. Money is stressful. Money is hard to get. Money causes problems. People like us do not have money. Now here is the thing. You are an adult. You are smart. You logically know those things are not true. But logic does not run your behavior. Emotion does. Habit does. The subconscious script that was written when you were 8 years old does. And until you identify that script and rewrite it, you will keep unconsciously acting it out. Spending when you should save. Avoiding your bank account because looking at it feels scary. Self-sabotaging right when things start to go well. The work here is not financial. It is personal. Journaling about your earliest money memories. Noticing your emotional reaction when you check your account. Asking yourself, where did I learn this? That kind of self-awareness is worth more than any budgeting app on the market. So let us bring this together. You are not broke because you are bad with money. You are broke because your brain is running old software. Lifestyle creep that expands with every raise. Scarcity stress that makes you worse at solving the very problem causing your stress. And a money story from childhood that is still running in the background of every financial decision you make. The good news? Software can be updated. It starts with awareness, then small structural changes, then, slowly, a completely different relationship with money. That is what this channel is about. Not get rich quick. Not magic investment strategies. Real psychology. Real behavior change. Real results. If something in this video hit home, drop it in the comments. I read all of them, and if you want to understand your own money patterns better, the next video breaks down the 5 money personalities and which one is secretly sabotaging you. Hit subscribe so you do not miss it. I will see you there.